Yo, what up? This is your boy Don, and I'm gonna start talking about the eighth house, where Scorpio derived from. So the eighth house represents um, hidden intent, um, fixated emotions, occult mysticism, the secret hidden meanings behind things, deep desires, passions, motivations, and sex. Just occult stuff. Like it could mean anything. So Scorpios are fixated with their emotions. They like to they like to that's enough for them to be reserved and be fixated with their emotions. Scorpios don't like to participate like that if it makes them uncomfortable, because they have enough to deal with their own emotions. So when it comes to other people's emotions, that can be very uncomfortable for them, because they have enough for them to deal with on themselves, within themselves. So it deals with fixated emotions. It can be very cold and reserved and detached. So they have enough to deal with within themselves, because they have to learn how to break that ice when it comes to certain situations and events and people, that they have to learn how to adapt and be comfortable with and melt that ice. So Mars is also a ruling factor here, because Mars is all about the aggression, the desires, the passions, the motivations, the willpower to do things. So this gives power to Scorpio. It's like that phoenix energy. Like it gives them that power to go for the deep desires and passions, because Pluto is also here, which is transformation, power and control. So this gives them power and control to go for their desires and to go through that intent and that deep transformation. And Mars helps them do that. So these people like to bring to the surface when it comes to secrets, hidden meanings, and things that they're not sure of. So they like to be in their own emotions about things that they're not sure of, so they can bring to the surface. So a lot of times they can be very uncomfortable when it comes to situations, and trying to adapt to other people's feelings and emotions, because they have enough to deal with themselves. So there's a lot of deep shit going on with Scorpio. And when it comes to transformation, they know how to transform out of a situation, because they're all about their emotion. They go deep with their emotions, and they have to rise up like a phoenix, or it can be chaotic with their emotions if they suppress it for too long. You see, when it doesn't do too well with the sun here, because it's not consciously aware of a lot of factors when it comes to stability and earth-like things, and they're not in reality most of the time, because they're deep in their own world, in their own internal emotions, and how to make that work within themselves. So it deals with a lot of fixated emotional energies that they have to learn how to melt that ice. Is ruled by Pluto. I think I already said that. So they know how to put death and transform and move on, whether it's good or bad for them. So they have no problem of letting go and transforming. and Mars, the motivation and the willpower and the intent, helps them do that even easier. Another thing is the moon is debilitated in Scorpio because it's fixated with its emotions, so it's not comfortable with. The moon is ruled by Cancer. The moon represents comfortability, just being in your comfortable space, and receiving, and just having your emotions in a comfortable space. So with Scorpio here, it's fixated emotions. It's not gonna be able to be comfortable like the way Cancer is. To initiate a good vibe in a comfortable environment. Scorpios are already with the moon here. Scorpio is fixated emotions. It's not gonna be able to be comfortable with its emotions, if that makes sense. It's gonna be fixated. If it bottles up that emotion for too long, it can be chaotic. It can be too reserved and not express what's going on within them, and that can lead to chaotic events. So yeah, Scorpios is all about the hidden intent, and they like to see what's going on behind the scenes when it comes to other people, places, or things, and what's the hidden motives, if it's gonna transform the situation within their lives or whatever scene that they're going through. So they like to go behind the scenes and figure out what's going on, so it won't transform them. So they need that power and control within themselves, because they're fixated with their emotions, and they want to be careful, because a lot of times their emotions can bring out the worst in them. They can be chaotic. They can have a meltdown, and they're really reserved. So yeah, I guess that's it.